Hey, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm looking forward to it. I really like this block. It's relatively balanced and simply fun, I think. I remember enjoying it, but perhaps just one of those, looking back on it, seems a little sweeter things. At first it was a little more frustrating. I remember taking a while to get used to it. Sets, I'm sure. I think this was one of those. I've certainly done my fair share of drafting it, though. Some good things off the bat. The Warlord's good. This is good. Obviously difficult to play though. Two colors, not broken by itself. This guy's good. Difficult. Let me make sure I'm remembering exactly. Yeah, just sort of good, but not broken. Quite good. You're not going to usually smash artifacts. There's not that many. I can easily take the land. That's great. The Young Wolf. It's always good. Ripper I like. This even pretty good. Anyways, tough to say. Easily just take that land here. A safe bet. Although it's nothing to write home about, but it is good. Only best at the end of a good curve. I don't have too many 5 or 6 mana things. Well, a lot of good cards. It's down color with the Fiends. Alright, but the better cards are these. This is not great. You could totally make it work, of course, and it would be great. But early on, of course, I'm playing zombies. I don't know what to take of these two. I like the Wake Dancer a lot. This guy's great. This is good. Surprisingly, another one of those cards that goes really late. I don't know why people don't appreciate it for what it is. Maybe because things like right now, picking a more seemingly realistic card creature, maybe gonna fall into that trap. Passing the good card, maybe the harder to understand card. I like Fling. Great compliment to most decks. Basically, I consider Fling a win condition, and it is. I mean, I always think of players taking damage from that or whatever, as opposed to killing creatures. That's what it does. Oh, this is alright. Ripper. Bear's great. Even a good play. This is sort of didn't know what to think. Over time, I grew to like it a little more. I didn't think it was great at first. A little expensive to equip, but pretty good. I mean, not nearly bad. Sea Kite was great. Burden of Guilt's really good. I like this down combo. A lot of good things here. Griptide. I mean, this bear is great as far as I'm concerned. I like these though. Just trying to make something work, not committing to some kind of color. Even though those bears have been difficult to pass, they're very good, in fact. Yeah, it's difficult to make work, but I mean a little bit expensive for what it is. Like, these are good. We totally make those work. And evil. I mean, Stalker is great. Those are both the same pace thing. These two. Very close to similar in power, I'd say. Well, I'm playing red. Excuse me, that's something. '12 is on a movie. I love disaster movies so much. Gotta get out of here, oh my god. The world's blowing up. This movie's so lame though, it's awesome. It's the quintessential disaster movie. We're on a plane now, on the runway, going faster, trying to take off, and the world is crumbling underneath them, literally. And they like barely make it through something like that. So. Oy, 2 good cards. 3 good cards, I mean. What's this again? This isn't worth anything, is it? I'll find out what this is worth, actually. I don't think anything, but I'm gonna make sure. Don't know if they ever went anywhere. I was gonna guess at least a ticket. Apparently not. I don't know. I take the torch easily. It's very good. That means I'm gonna play it. This guy's the best card, certainly. But I don't have green, but it does work with green-red nicely, so I can take it, see what happens. Mind Shrieker, really good. Really, really good. Try to jump on the green bandwagon here. This guy's great, by the way. The Wolf, Parapon, very good. Mind Shrieker is better than these green cards by far. I've got that great Ranger. Whatever. I'll throw my eggs into 2 baskets. Hamlet Captain. And the humans and the vampires. Well, this guy's alright. The Neonate, the Interloper, Villagers, decent things, the Fox. This guy's nice to see. Very good. Especially something like this. And I think that, in fact, is my pick. This is not bad, believe it or not. Victim of Knights, but the best card here. Dissipate's alright. It's pretty good. Basically, it's wonderful. The Curse plays that Lava Axe role, just sort of getting that last damage in there. If you're playing monocolored, you don't need enough cards. And it just sort of adds up. It's not bad by any means. Not great, but definitely not bad. It's a complement to an already built deck, basically. You've got your creatures and whatnot. And what often happens in any simple aggressive builds, of course, is when you're racing, attacking, making bad trades like I do and whatnot, pushing the damage, and then it just allows that last bit to get in there when the opponent might have stabilized on the board or whatnot. It's nice to see. I try to play mono red even right now. Why not? It's so much simpler. You can easily play any other color. See what happens. I haven't been really having to make any difficult choices though, so I would say if you don't have any really crazy influence, any good reason to go into another color, don't bother. Hopefully just stick to the one if you can. My magic advice is very limited, of course, it's always the same thing. Talking about rough principles of mana and efficient creatures and whatnot, it's always, I mean, sort of limited, it seems. I often end up not saying what I wish I could have. After I say it, I realize I should have went more in depth about how I feel about it. Which is because I really do enjoy analyzing it. It's extremely difficult sometimes to enunciate why. Indestructible. Yeah, this guy. That's right. He's good. Very good. This thing's really, really good too. This will trigger my two rage throwers, but it's a big flyer. And, I mean, really, really solid. See now, especially because I don't have any 5-drops, I can slide it in there much easier. Yeah, it's really good. Just worth that mana. Basically, that mana is nothing, of course, at that point. So it's a 4/4 flyer that sits there until I want it to. Or it's an amazing blocker, basically. 8 walls, but it's not really a lot. I should take this, try to do some rare drafting, maybe. Spider spawning, everybody talks about it like crazy. So it seems. It's very good, but sell your mom for it. And it can be crappy unless you got the very specific build. It's slow. I mean, you can hang a couple spiders for 5 mana or whatever. It's pretty good, but it's not everything. That's nice to see. This is not much better than these things. Slightly. I don't know if this is worth anything. By the way, it's a rare. I bet you it is. It's gotta be. It was going up and down, I think. People are using it standard. I guess it's maybe stabilized at 50 cents or so. Ticket, maybe. Maybe use that. I don't like this, but it's a foil. I hate drafted something. I don't like this card. Difficult to play. I don't even know if I've ever played that rare. Well, I'm gonna try it a couple times. It's a rare draft. graveyard stuff is relevant when there was a 30 card format for this block. It was exceptionally different and pretty much the most important thing. These guys are alright. This might even be better. But yeah, you can still get milled. So it's crazy. The format was so stupid. I don't even bother worrying about being milled. Otherwise I'd use that artifact I passed. That stuff on the bottom of your library. Well, it's alright. Not great. I could have more removal, but I suppose I don't really need it. I do have a little bit. Just deal damage to the player, so it doesn't matter. It's not bad at all. Very simple. I like it. Maybe the quiver. The pike, let's see, instants or sorcerers. What do I have? Not that many. And a few other reasons not to play it. Like this. That's that reason. And this, I guess, flashback. Either the pike's not being used. This perhaps is. Let's see, a little bit clunky here. This guy's not good in pairs. Do this. This adds a little bit extra to my deck. Another way to circumvent combat. I could choose to play it. It's alright, perhaps. Sort of the lack of depth my deck has, I think. Very simple. Apparently getting owned by a doomed traveler. I guess my guy's got a first strike. Yay, it hurts. See, it's early, but he's gonna probably take a chunk out of me. See if he can kill me or if I can stabilize. That's a good sign. Hopefully I've got more cards, and I don't expect everybody to live. All my creatures to get through. That's the thing. Somebody's playing a really, really strictly aggressive deck like this guy is. You could lose, of course, by just simply not being able to live long enough, or not being able to race him fast enough. The cards run out, the gas runs out. Talk about depth of the deck or whatever. Got some tricks like that, some combat tricks, but necessarily win you the game. Apparently he's got enough though. Crappy card. Almost best to just even play this guy. Come to think of it. I get in for 2 less damage, but well, let's see what he's got for 5 mana. Minus all the lands. Or something, and I don't know why I played that land. What kind of pump spell? It's good to assume you're going to die, as far as psychologically, I think. Just the old hope for the best, expect the worst. There we go, it's bad sign. Gain life, prevent damage, I don't know what's going on here, let's see. This guy, card that goes late, good trick though. Lucky there. That's how it should be, especially in a matchup like this though. 2 monocolored builds. Aggression versus aggression, basically. Whoever draws 1, 2, few lands or whatever. It comes down to that, honestly. Oops. Green. I wonder if it's just for that flashback spell, for example. Whatever. The counters on creatures. I don't know what else I was going to do. Harvest Pyre or something, but that does not work. Maybe I should kill this thing. possibly. Some source to give me a flyer. Prevents 1 damage, but then I can kill that flyer and start preventing that damage constantly, maybe. And that's sort of why it was bad, too. Thriving Sentry is pretty good. Risky to do it that way. I don't know why I did. I'm stupid. It didn't help me at all by blocking first before doing this. That's nice. Now, excuse me. I think I should always do this. Maybe not. The Hubrick is normally better with things like that little, I don't know how I won that. Obviously just got screwed, but not better with little creatures, like little white ones generally. And you can see it's got that Throbbing Sentry. It's got good synergy with white, is my point. And black, by the way. What I remember.
She's in a wheelchair, and she's easily confused and confident that she will want to make a maker on her own terms. Okay? Nobody. Boom. That's why the last thing she said to me, she didn't want to see me again. So be it. We need to bring people who can contribute. The South American continent has been ravaged by a series of major earthquakes. The death toll is expected to be well over 2 million.
The program told me it stopped recording, stopped sending data. So I got all scared, but it looks like we're going. Double curse. Oh. This guy's amazing. I suppose if I don't attack, it sucks. It builds up. It kills me. If I do, I'm just going to turn this thing into a 5/4, but It's like the worst thing, I suppose. I don't know what else I can do. I'd rather do this than not attack, I think. Mm-hmm. Should have taken that almost. It's very, very good. I don't remember what I took, but it's a solid card, so just really, really good. As far as I'm concerned. Don't know what to do, so I'll do this. Flame goes really good with this, of course. I think I passed my one opportunity to take one. Seems wrong, but we'll do it. Ouch. I think I'm dead. Maybe bad keep. Certainly slow. This is the time you have to take your optimism and use it. Down a game. Pretty desperate to win in order to draft again. It'll take me a long time, hours of trading in order to play again if I don't win. Didn't use that now. Maybe why I lost that last game. Okay, of course. It's ugly. I think I've got plenty of lands. Well, maybe only 17. Never mind. I was thinking it was going 18. Either way, keeping is a bad keep. Even with the land, I don't get anywhere. Easily just rip things I don't need. Basically need running lands, lots of lands. Definitely questionable. And a mull on further inspection, further thought. Just let this thing flip as opposed to playing this. I don't know, it seems bad. Therefore I did it. And once again. Should have cited this out, maybe. I knew he didn't have any werewolves. Probably not. Here comes the caveat check. Or not. See, I'm still so far behind, I don't know what I wanted here. Even with these few lands I've ripped, I mean, that's all I could have expected. I am terrible. Should have maybe just stolen that thing. Cut him for 7. Alright. I was thinking it could tap it. Even though I knew it turned into just a werewolf. That's what I get. Keeping a terrible hand. Atrocious magic. This is the most painful part of the game. Knowing you're about to lose the match and you butchered the whole thing. Alright then. Okay. Well, that's what not to do. So yeah.